Effect of cryptocurrency on other currencies. Cryptocurrencies have widely been considered as an instrument to support the growth process in developing countries. This paper examines the impact of cryptocurrencies on individuals and businesses within developing countries. The intention is to show decision-makers the possibilities to use cryptocurrencies to decrease developmental barriers. The World Bank describes that the number of poor worldwide remains unacceptably high, and it is increasingly clear that the benefits of economic growth have been shared unevenly across regions and countries. Along with these incidents of economic chaos, civil war and governmental collapse plague developing regions. Besides, poverty is mainly driven by economic factors, which include limited access to financial services and high inflation rates. Moreover, studies have argued that a low level of trust and corrupt government institutions harm the economic development. Cryptocurrencies could provide a significant benefit by overcoming the lack of social trust and by increasing the access to financial services as they can be considered as a medium to support the growth process in developing countries by increasing financial inclusion, providing a better traceability of funds and to help people to escape poverty. Introduction to cryptocurrencies. To provide a comprehensive overview of the opportunities of cryptocurrencies in developing countries, it is necessary to understand the general advantages and disadvantages. Cryptocurrencies provide for users compared to central bank-issued fiat currencies, like the euro or the US dollar, and to discuss how they emerge from the underlying technology. For this purpose, the example of two cryptocurrencies is used in this paper. The underlying technology of most cryptocurrencies is blockchain technology. A blockchain is a decentralized database that is distributed in the network on a variety of computers. It is characterized by the fact that its entries are summarized and stored in blocks. The first cryptocurrency discussed in this paper as an example is Bitcoin, which is technically an algorithm that records an ongoing chain of transactions between members of a decentralized peer-to-peer network and broadcasts these records to all members of the network. Bitcoin is the world's biggest cryptocurrency with a market capitalization of more than $189 billion. It was invented by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008 when he has published his white paper, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Secondly, Ethereum is used as an example, which is a blockchain-based, public, open-source, computing platform and operating system for smart contracts. This platform supports a modified version of Nakamoto's consensus mechanism and was proposed in 2014 by Vitalik Buterin. The underlying cryptocurrency is called Ether. It is the second biggest cryptocurrency in the market with a capitalization of over $18 billion. General advantages and disadvantages of cryptocurrencies. This section presents the main advantages and disadvantages of cryptocurrencies compared to central bank-issued fiat currencies and discusses how they emerge from the underlying technology. Furthermore, a comparison with existing solutions is provided to show the practical relevance of cryptocurrencies. The first advantage is that cryptocurrencies combine important properties to foster trust, such as accountability and transparency, which allows trust-free interactions between counterparties. The underlying blockchain technology uses consensus mechanisms, hash functions, and public and private key encryption to control transactions, which leads to the fact that the user does not have to trust the counterparty. However, the user must trust the network and the underlying blockchain. Thus, it is essential to secure the blockchain against fraud and attacks. For central bank-issued currencies, trust is established by third parties like intermediaries, and in almost every digital transaction in a fiat currency, an agent is employed to oversee the exchange. Transactions conducted by intermediaries do not only take time, but they also result in a risk premium for the user due to higher transaction costs. Another benefit of the decentralization of cryptocurrencies is that governments cannot manage them. Hence, cryptocurrencies are not restricted to a specific geographic area and can be traded around the world. Therefore, Bitcoin can be used to provide low-cost money transfers, particularly for those seeking to transfer small amounts of money internationally, such as remittance payments. This money can often be transferred cheaper than with central bank-issued currencies, because using cryptocurrencies allows worldwide financial transfer without the need of an intermediary institution. In addition, the speed of money transfer is increased by eliminating intermediaries. Nevertheless, these border-independent payments also have some negative aspects, which need to be considered. One characteristic is that it makes it easy to transfer money from illegal activities or to finance terror activities without the possibility of government intervention. In contrast to traditional money transfers, the user in the Bitcoin system is pseudonymous. Contrary to a bank account user, they do not have to get through a Know Your Customer (KYC) process, where the user must identify himself to have access to the Bitcoin market. Moreover, the decentralization and the lack of flexibility in the Bitcoin supply schedule results in high price volatility. This high price volatility does not only holds for Bitcoin but for most of the cryptocurrencies, which makes it hard to store money and to make contracts in cryptocurrencies. Another aspect of cryptocurrencies is that they support financial inclusion because they do not require high technological standards besides having access to the internet and a digital device to engage in transactions. Furthermore, no government or central bank can influence the supply of cryptocurrencies because the supply is defined in the underlying protocol of the cryptocurrency. Therefore, no state can influence the flow of money, which limits governmental power. Developing countries and poverty. The following section provides a definition of developing countries. Moreover, it also gives an overview about which countries are classified as developing countries and are therefore in the focus of this study. A developing country is a country with a low Human Development Index and a less developed industrial base relative to other countries. There is no agreement which countries are categorized as developing countries. However, most of the countries which are declared commonly as developing countries have various aspects in common, which can therefore be seen as criteria for developing countries. These similarities are inadequate supply of food for large groups of the population, low per capita income and poverty, a lack of educational opportunities, a lack of access to quality health care which goes along with a high infant mortality rate and low life expectancy. All these aspects lead then to higher unemployment in developing countries and an overall lower standard of living. Furthermore, the existing assets in developing countries are often extremely unevenly distributed. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.